Shout out to Chuba. And just the resilience of overcoming a 10-point deficit in the fourth quarter, right? They were down points. So, I think that just speaks to them understanding we belong. We can make this happen. No matter what the deficit is, we're going to overcome it. Defense, do your job. Offense, we're going to step up and score some points when it matters the most. And we talk about finishing. That's one thing that the Carolina Panthers did against the Cardinals. They finished them. Defense went after the quarterback. They knew Kyler Murray's, light on his feet, can get out of the pocket, and they made sure that they put pressure on him all game long, which was needed. And then Bryce Young, just watching him continuing to develop into this quarterback that we've been wanting to see, 158 yards, not a lot of yards, but he was efficient. 2 touchdowns, 68 yards rushing.
Yeah.
That's one that I love. I love the fact that he can take hits and start smiling at guys when he makes the play, right?
It's crazy too, yeah.
The toughness of this kid is amazing. I mean, and then he ran over a guy for a first down.
Yeah, he truck sticking dude. I was like, calm down.
Yeah, man. So I'd love to see it. Love to see everything that's been happening for the Carolina Panthers.
If you're new launching pad for Bleav in Panthers now on the Bleav Network's YouTube channel, you can actually follow us there. For the show, the audio will be on the Bleav Podcast Network's audio platform, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you may get your audio from us each week. It'll still remain in the same spot, but you can follow the video here. And of course, one of the things we do here is open mailbag, and you can actually respond in the comment section on YouTube, and we'll respond to your comments as we're live on the air. Typically, we're on Tuesday mornings, about 10:30 in the morning, but with the holidays over the next week or so, that might be altered a little bit with New Year's next week and Christmas Eve this past week. Just hitting the box score real quick. I did want to mention, I was on Twitter, which I'm probably gonna stop doing during the game. And I had mentioned that, one of the things I don't want people to really get into when it comes to Bryce Young is hanging on every throw. Don't hang on every throw this kid makes. He's going to make some great throws. He's going to throw some dots. He's going to throw some throws like that 3rd and 3 in the fourth quarter that he just missed. He just missed it. And that's going to happen to a young quarterback. He's in the 2nd year in the NFL. My whole point was, let's not hang this dude's future on every single throw he throws. Literally, let's let him grow into whatever he's going to be. And let's let him be that, as opposed to trying to crown him early. We've talked on the show a couple of weeks now, Stu, about how the word elite gets used way too much when it comes to describe players and throws and things like that. And of course, the Twitter police came on me like, "Oh, you're a Bryce hater" and stuff. And at this point, I just laugh whenever I see it. I'll get cussed out, and you don't know football. You're only watching the box score. I'm like, if they only knew, they only knew that to sit here and watch all these games and then talk about them next week in depth. That I'm not just in there reading a box score and going, "Oh, he only threw for 158 yards. That's trash. Oh, look at this. Blah blah blah." No, the dude had 107.5 QBR. Rating and an 80 QBR. He played a very efficient game. 2 touchdowns, like you said, Stu. He ran for another 60. Chuba, 25 carries, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. Had a long run of 28 yards. Just 6.1 yards per carry.
Yeah,
Chuba. Chuba is just. I was telling you off camera. I can't think of another player in recent times that secured a bag, and then his play began to exceed what he was doing before he got the bag. He's getting better. It feels like he's really getting better. And shout out to you, Stu, because you called this probably week. It was early when you said this. That's why I was shocked. Week 2, week 3, you were like, Chuba Hubbard is a top 5 back in the league. And me and Skylar kind of looked at each other like, what? What?
Yeah. I'm a running back, dog. I know my running back.
Backs. And it's panned out. Literally, I can't probably name more than 2 or 3 running backs that I would want before I get to Chuba at this point.
This is where Chuba is right now on the list right now for the NFL season. Saquon Barkley is ahead of him. Derrick Henry is ahead of him. Kyron Williams is ahead of him by 50 yards. Josh Jacobs is ahead of him by 20 yards. Bijan Robinson is ahead of him by 20 yards. Chuba Hubbard right there. And let me tell you something about the rest of the crew, right? Josh Jacobs, they've been playing from ahead. So what do you do when you're ahead in the football game? You run the ball.
Right.
Atlanta Falcons, they rely kyron on the run because their quarterback situation has been stank. When Rams, Kyron Williams, he has a receiving core that pulls guys out of the box. Derrick Henry is just Derrick Henry. He has Lamar Jackson, also a part of that that run game, but he's also Derrick Henry. And then you have Saquon Barkley, and Saquon Barkley is he's an elite running back.
No, he's elite. Like I don't mind using that word elite. Yeah.
Derrick Henry. I'll even go Josh Jacobs. These guys are elite talent because they do it over and over. Chuba has an opportunity to be an elite running back because he's actually just been, if given the opportunity, Chuba Hubbard is gonna write some history. He's already written history.
Yeah.
Right? So, he's gonna continue to shine. He's gonna have, and I love to see. But yeah, you guys were all hating on me talking about Chuba earlier. I actually talked about Chuba last year.
You did. You did. So, yeah, especially towards the end.
Like when Christian McCaffrey sadly went to the 49ers, you know, I was thinking to myself, man, this sucks, but this is a great opportunity for Chuba, you know, to get some burn and to get some carries. Because I believed even, you know, his rookie year, you know, he had a wonderful rookie year, and it was just overshadowed because you had Christian McCaffrey in the backfield with you. So, rightfully so. But shout out to him. I
love the fact that Dan is saying these things, and as Panther fans, like I'm always the fan on the dais here whenever we do this show, so I can kind of relate a little bit in terms of what the fans have gone through. The fans have heard this before. Like they've had other general managers say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. They've had head coaches come in and say, we're going to run the ball, blah, blah, blah. But we haven't in a while had one that said it and then did it. I think